Hi all, welcome back to Enchanting English. We use many type of questions in our conversations, don't we? Well, we have yes or no questions, WH questions and the like. Have you ever heard of the term embedded questions? Maybe the term is very new to you, but I'm sure that you are using such questions in your daily talk. Come, let's learn more about embedded questions. Now let's look at some questions. Could you please tell me where is the post office? Now I have another sentence for you. I don't know where is the post office. See, in both these sentences, you have errors hidden. They are not grammatically correct. Here, the sentence has got some speciality. Both these sentences have got questions along with either another question or another statement. So, questions which come along with another question or a statement are called embedded questions. Remember, when you use embedded questions, you have to be very careful. When you normally make a question, you know that a question has got a different word order. So, when you make a question like, where is the post office? Look at the sentence closely. Where is the WH word, and immediately after that you place is, which is the auxiliary verb. Let me give you another question. When did you reach there? Again, your WH question is when, and after that you have did, which is auxiliary verb. You cannot ask when you reach there. If you ask a question like that, it's grammatically wrong. Imagine a situation you want to reach a post office and you don't know the exact location, and on the way you meet somebody. You may ask the person, where is the post office? This is an informal or an impolite way of asking. Now if you sound to be more polite, if you want to be more polite, you must ask, could you please tell me where the post office is? So what's the difference that you find here? Your normal ordinary question is, where is the post office? But when you add the introductory statement, could you please tell me, the second part of the sentence gets some changes. Where is the post office becomes where the post office is. So look at the difference in word order there. Similarly, if you say, or if the person answers, I don't know where the post office is. Obviously, you cannot say, I don't know where is the post office. In direct question, where is the post office is the correct order, whereas in embedded question, you cannot use the same word order, where is the post office. So when you add the introductory phrase or introductory clause, I don't know, the second part of the sentence undergoes a change. That is a change in the word order. So the correct format is, I don't know where the post office is. And if you say, I don't know where is the post office, you're grammatically incorrect. So such questions are called as embedded questions. Now, you may ask your friend, do you live with your parent? It's a direct question. Now, if you say this matter to somebody else, you may say, I doubt whether my friend lives with his parents. So, do you live with your parent? That's a yes or no question. Do you live? It begins with an auxiliary verb. But when you add the introductory statement, I doubt, then whether he lives with, again you can find there After the subject he, you get the verb. Such questions are embedded questions. So remember, in embedded questions there is a change in the word order. Imagine you go to a shop and you want to get a bag. You may ask, what is the cost of this bag? This is a direct question. Now, you want to be more polite. So you may ask, can you please tell me what the cost of this bag is? You don't say, can you please tell me what is the cost of this bag? Instead, you say, can you tell me what the cost of this bag is? So where did you place is here? You have placed is at the last after using your subject. Remember, when you use embedded questions, the punctuation mark that you use at the end depends on the kind of the introductory phrase or clause that you're using. When you begin your sentence with could you please, so that's a format of a question, and then your sentence ends with a question mark. Could you please tell me where the post office is? It ends with a question mark. Now, if you're using your introductory statement as a normal statement, I don't know where the post office is. Here, your sentence does not end with a question mark. Your sentence ends with a full stop because your introductory statement is I don't know, which is a statement. Whereas in the previous one, could you please tell me, that's a question. So you have a question along with an embedded question. And hence you find a difference in punctuation mark used there. So remember, you can have different introductory phrases like do you know, can you remember, we need to find out, I am not sure, I would like to know, etc. These are some of the introductory phrases that you may find along with embedded questions. So remember, when you use embedded questions, there is a change in word order. You may ask a newcomer to your class, what is your name? It's a normal, ordinary, direct question. Now, you sound to be more polite. You will ask her, can you please tell me what your name is? Can you please tell me what your name is? And never say, can you please tell me what is your name? That is absolutely wrong. So remember, when you use embedded question, the difference in word order must be taken care of. I hope you found this session very interesting. If you found it useful, please don't forget to click the like button. Also, comment, share, and if you are not my subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching.